Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
When I was a kid, I went outside and played and had fun and everything else in this class. Didn't think anything of it. Now I freeze my butt off.
I'm going to do a roll call. Alderman Bocart.
Here.
Alderwoman Ravenscraft.
Here.
Alderwoman Colbert.
Here.
Alderwoman Bell is absent. Alderman Wilson.
Here.
And Alderman Lewis.
Here.
Can I get a motion for approval of January 7th, 2024 meeting minutes, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion for approval of tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to special items, we have none. Appointments to the boards and commissions, we have none. Scheduled public comments, none. Just a reminder, public comments may be into the city clerk by Wednesday before the meeting date. Public hearing, we have none. Moving on to introductions and first reading. Council Bill number 2025-01, an ordinance approving the subdivision plat for Forest Park 2B. Please, staff report.
Okay, this is a request for a final plat for the proposed plat 2B of the Forest Park subdivision. The property owner is P&M Properties LLC. The submitting firm is Engineering Surveys and Services. Christina Lubert of Lubert Engineering performed the review. The subject property is plat 2B of the Forest Park subdivision. The remaining portion of phase 2 is approximately 29 acres in size. This parcel is south of Route Y and east of Perry Avenue. Plat 2B will be the southerly extension of Congaree Drive. The proposed final plat, known as 2B, will consist of 19 lots for single-family homes ranging in size from 0.25 acres to 0.44 acres. It will also include one 5.77 acre common lot known as Lot C3, intended for stormwater detention. This phase will be southeast of plat 2A, extending Congaree Drive. The curb will be rollback and the street surface will be asphalt. This was a point of discussion with plat 2A and is allowed per chapter 12 appendix B1. After careful consideration, staff offers conditional support of this final plat. The developer appears to have met the intended requirements set forth in the city code, but has yet to satisfactorily complete the infrastructure acceptance component of the project. Therefore, staff recommends granting conditional approval of the final plat, subject to the satisfactory completion of the infrastructure project and said infrastructure being submitted to the city for consideration and acceptance. The developer appears to have completed all necessary infrastructure construction. However, due to weather, said infrastructure cannot be inspected or considered for inspection. It is anticipated that inspections will take place over the next few weeks. The Planning and Zoning Commission recommended conditional approval so the Board of Aldermen can give consideration to accepting the final plat and infrastructure at the same meeting. It is also anticipated with cooperative weather conditions that all infrastructure shall be inspected, approved, and ready for consideration by the first board meeting in February. So in summary, the infrastructure is not completely inspected yet, but this is the first reading of the final plat. So there'll be a second reading at the first meeting in February.
Any questions for staff? Or any questions for the engineer? Can I get a motion approving Council Bill number 2025-01, an ordinance approving the subdivision plat for Forest Park 2B?
For clarity purposes, is that a motion to approve it conditionally?
Yes, sir. A motion to approve it with the conditions from the P&Z board.
Okay, so moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Bocart?
Aye.
Alderman Ravenscraft?
Aye.
Alderman Colbert?
Aye.
Alderman Wilson?
Aye.
And Alderman Lewis.
Aye.
Moving on to old business, we have none. New business, resolution 2025-4, a resolution authorizing the sale of surplus property. Staff report, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking both for myself and for Public Works Director James Creel tonight. We're requesting permission to liquidate 3 vehicles. We've got 2 police cars, 2 Dodge Chargers, already being replaced by 3 new vehicles that you all funded in the current budget year. They're being upfitted right now, expecting to get those in service in the next couple of weeks. And so we're ready to sell the 2 Chargers. Those are intended to replace. And then Public Works has a dump truck that again was part of the budget plan for last year that's already been replaced. They already have a truck in service that's doing the job, and so we would list all 3 of them on govdeals.com with your permission.
All right. Staff report, please, or any questions for staff?
Are they currently operational, all 3 of them?
I believe so. I know the 2 police cars are, the dump truck I believe is also.
Dump truck's still in use as needed, so it's operational.
That thing's only, dump truck's only got 37,000 miles on it.
I was gonna say,
That doesn't seem like
even
much
though
for a
it's
dump
old,
truck.
is it worth hanging on to? Is it, or?
I mean, that was the whole purpose of buying the used one off the county, is to get a more robust machine. It does have some quirks to it. It is an older piece of equipment, even if it does have low miles. So idea is to get as much value for it as we can now, as opposed to trying to hold on to it and keep it on the road.
Going into the side business?
You buy that for my daughter for her first car.
Shoot, I like that too. Any other questions? Can I get a motion approving a resolution 2025-4, a resolution authorizing the sale of surplus property?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to reports. Mayor report, just a few things. Kyle and I have been talking about a way to solve the parking problem on Pinto Pony and Martha Crump. We have came up with a couple of plans, and we're going to give Public Works and have them do some measuring and meet with a couple of the homeowners over there and talk to them about this idea. Basically what it is putting a little wing wall on the side of the current entrance there next to their parking. So they'll have a spot behind the garage door, a second spot, and then a third spot in front of the window type deal. So it's something to look at. So, and then Kyle's going to discuss about a future plans with entrepreneurs with the city of Ashland with Ready. And then have we looked at the recording of the meeting rooms yet? Have we?
Yep, I met with the contractor a week and a half ago, so I'm just kind of waiting to get some figures back from him to give us the top end of the spectrum. I kind of given you guys some pricing for the low end, but I want to see, if we come in here and actually put in some permanent fixtures and what that would look like and what that cost would be.
Okay. And then also we're looking at doing coffee with the city once a quarter. All right. And then you'll put that out with the newsletter and stuff.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. That's my report, city administrator report.
So on the entrepreneurial stuff, that's kind of been a big thing for Doris. So for those that aren't aware, those services are readily available at Ready up in Columbia. We're working with Ready to try and host some sort of informational meeting down here about those services so that folks in Ashland and Southern Boone are aware that they have access to those resources. Ready has a variety of workshops as well as their hub clients where you can actually sign up to go through their business incubator. So just trying to really get those marketed down here for local entrepreneurs down here, as opposed to trying to create our own entrepreneurial services. We don't really have the staff or resources to put on workshops and house these resources inside the city of Ashland, but we can certainly leverage Ready since we're paying into that entity. The chamber, SBDC are paying into that entity, so we just need to make sure that we're capitalizing on those resources that are available to residents of Southern Boone. So more to follow on that as we continue to work with Ready staff to try and get an initial workshop scheduled down here just to provide some education. Other than that, website should be going live this week. We're still working through some final things to transition that over, but the goal is to have that out this week, so we'll push some social media on that to let people know that it's up and available, and start getting some feedback. I mean, we've done everything we can to pour over every page and try and get to a point where it's ready for public purview. I'm sure there's some things that we'll have to tweak once we get some public feedback, but it's close. Other than that, there's a park workshop scheduled on I'm sorry if I'm
February 24th.
Yeah, I think so.
stealing your thunder over there probably.
No, that's okay.
February 24th, so there's gonna be a park workshop to go over the park master planning effort, and kind of talk the initial engineer's estimate of cost, so we can start discussing, how we want to go about that, what the public thinks is the best first step there, and just start to advance those projects as we can with the park board. That's all I have.
Moving on to city attorney report.
No report tonight.
Thanks, sir. Police chief's monthly.
You should have our monthly statistical report in your packet, I believe. I don't think there's anything really remarkable there. Just continue to be pleased with our people and most of the activity. We've got our young man in the academy doing really, really well. I believe he graduates in March. And then again, as reported last month, we have one more in the hiring process moving forward, hopefully getting him on board by mid-February at the latest, hopefully early February, and then we'll actually have all of our budgeted positions full. So it'll be very nice. And have a few months of field training, and we'll have everybody operational.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it'll be very nice.
Any questions for Scott?
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Community Development Director's report.
It was in your packet. Say, have any questions? I have really nothing new to add to it. Okay.
Treasurer report.
Shelley's out sick. She just wanted to call attention to the budget workshops, just so you guys are aware. Starting February 4th, we've got 6 p.m. workshops up until we're through with it and got it adopted. So
Is it February 24th?
February 4th is when we're going to start those 6 p.m. workshops every meeting.
Okay. Moving on to Board of Aldermen. Alderman Wilcart.
No report.
Thanks, sir. Alderman Ravenscraft. Thank you. Alderman Colbert.
Just the park board is gonna present plans on the 24th, which is open to the public and to, so if you guys can encourage, or if anyone mentions like, oh, when are we gonna redo it, I would encourage them to attend February 24th. It's at 6 p.m. But they'll be able to get information about kind of what the plans look like, the cost, and how they can contribute if they want to, so.
Alderman Wilson.
No.
And Alderman Lewis.
No report.
All right. General, you want to go into closed session? You want?
Your general comments.
All right. Any questions or general comments from the public for Alderman staff? No. Can I get a vote to go into closed session to discuss chapter 610.021 legal actions, legal purchase, and hiring and firing?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Alderman Wilcart?
Aye.
Alderman Ravenscraft?
Aye.
Alderman Colbert?
Aye.
Alderman Wilson?
Aye.
And Alderman Lewis?
Aye.
And we're in closed session. session. During our closed session, we did come to an agreement to do a renewal for Kyle Michael's contract for a 5-year term. Can I get a motion to approve the contract for Kyle Michael?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Alderman Lewis?
Aye.
Alderman Wilson?
Aye.
Alderman Colbert?
Aye.
Alderwoman Ravenscraft?
Aye.
And Alderman Wilkart?
Aye.
All right, the motion carries. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?